The Texans have found their next star, and I've been waiting to talk about this forever. But the offensive line is about to get a huge plus, and it's got to deal with the rookie getting some playing time. Apparently could be the starter by week 1. So good news there. I was skeptical about Cam Robinson ever since they signed him. They drafted Aireontae Ersery in the second round, and that's who we're going to talk about today. Great mindset, big 6'8" tackle, rookie out of Minnesota. I'm expecting a big year from him, but honestly, you have a veteran behind him and Cam Robinson to learn, and let's jump right into it. 75% of you are not subscribed. If you would, hit that sub button. The support on the channel has been unreal. But yes, today's topic, Aireontae Ersery. The offensive line has had its critics, has had its people have been doubting. Let me know in the comments where you stand on the offensive line, because it really is a subtle subject in terms of some people think it got better. Obviously, I believe in terms of how the offensive line looked last year, it's 10 times better. Shaq Mason had to go. Kenyon Green had to go. Tunsil was something that was a little bit surprising to me. I wasn't expecting him to do it, but I actually thought it was a good idea. He's getting older, new contract, again, not necessarily a locker room presence, and you want a leader out there. So Cam Robinson, kind of a fill-in, right? Then you have Laken Tomlinson, another veteran, Jarrett Patterson, Titus Howard moving to right guard, Blake Fisher at right tackle. The biggest concern here is how's the new look gonna go, especially with a rookie out there on the blind side. Cam Robinson was kind of a plug and play. If they couldn't find their guy in the second round, you trade up for Ursery, who's apparently on the offense. He's looking at it. They've had some really great days where they got after us, and I'm excited for them. So looking at the offensive line, offensive, defensive kind of strategies, I'm excited for Aireontae Ersery, especially when he is just having a blast with Nick Caley's system in early stages of camp. And it's hard to gauge the progress without the pads, but he's 6'8". And Titus Howard said he's a guy that likes to learn from the older guys, and the coaches try to apply that in practice. I'm just excited to be his teammate. That is huge, because when you look at the amount of veterans the Texans have signed, and Cole Popovich, the O-line coach, this is a kind of offensive line that's trying to re-identify itself, kind of look at what they did last year, second most sacks in the NFL, and you kind of just flip the script. You don't have many of the same guys on that team. This is looking a lot better, and now you are bringing a rookie who wants to learn, who's got a lot of potential, 6'8". I mean, that's all you have to ask for, and I'm going to ask you guys right now, will he be the starter by week 1? This is going to be a tough thing to do, because he did play more right tackle in college. They're moving him over to the left side of the ball, and DeMeco Ryans, obviously he's going to praise his new rookie tackle, but the words he had to say about him, we're looking in terms of let me just play the clip for you.
What I've seen from Tay, we moved him from right to left, trying to see how much he can handle, and I continue to see growth from him. I think he's done a really good job of being able to have a seamless transition of going back left to right. He does a really good job of playing with great balance, great footwork, and that allows him to be in good position. He has really long arms. It's just a matter of him trying to get as many reps as possible so the game can slow down. But from a physical standpoint, he has the tools and what it takes to be a tackle in this league.
Thank you, Coach. So in terms of DeMeco, he said he did a really good job of being able to have that transition from right tackle, from left to right, from right to left. It really doesn't matter where he's going to play. But he has all the tools to succeed, and that's what you want to hear from your head coach. He's definitely going to be a tackle. It's just a matter of where they're going to transition him. If he's going to play right tackle instead of Blake Fisher, is he going to fill in for Cam Robinson at the left side? I really want him to develop into that role on the left side, but it seems like they want him to go left to right, which honestly, it's not going to be a bad thing. It's really a matter of, can you get him out there? Can you get him ready to succeed now? And that's kind of the transition here, that you look at a guy like Titus Howard, the new right guard. Again, I'd rather him play left tackle, but we are weaker on the right side. Blake Fisher is a second-year tackle. Not to say he doesn't know what he's doing, but you also want the best guys out there. And Cam Robinson, is a good player. He should be out there, but I would love to have a future blindside tackle in Ursery. But I love the fact that he's dynamic and can play right or left. So that's a good sign as well. The clip that I meant to play originally was the DeMeco Ryans clip. Didn't come up first, so I think I already spoiled it, but the best thing about Aireontae Ersery right now, and not only the fact that he's taking everything that the older guys have to say in terms of the veterans, the guys that have been in the league for a while, because it's hard to play in this league at this level. You saw the Hall of Fame game last night. Kyle Allen, again, it's a preseason game, but you're still getting settled. The first few drives of the game, you had not only turnovers, but offsides, holdings, and those are the kinks you want to work out before the season. But let's just show you this, because this is the clip that I'm looking forward to, and it's the fact that this player is going to be that it's actually going to be Will Anderson. Will Anderson is playing with Aireontae Ersery, and that's what you want to see, is these two working together, almost like a Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson action. But the fact that Ursery's taking reps with Will Anderson and kind of get his tactics down, and again, Will Anderson, one of the better edges in the league. I think he's going to break out this season, maybe top 5, but he's going to be up there with those top guys. And again, 3rd year in the league, but that's what you want to see from Ursery, going after the best edge on the team, even get some reps from Hunter, but see the different styles of defensive ends that there are. The quick, explosive kind, the powerful ones. Will Anderson's a great all-around guy with his speed, with his power, with his elusiveness. So that's a player that you have to learn from. But honestly, looking forward to this season, I don't know if he's going to start right tackle, more likely left tackle. I want it to be left, but it sounds like it's going to be right. And again, I wanted to tease you with the Cam Robinson, but this is a very critical topic, because it really was kind of punching at the Texans O-line all offseason. What are they going to do? They were terrible last season. They had the most sacks in the league. And then all of a sudden, it kind of looked like it's going to work out. So I wish I had a graphic for you to show the O-line for those of you who don't know the team. But you're looking at most likely Cam Robinson all the way in the left. In the left guard spot, you have, I know I'm mirrored, so let me go opposite. Right tackle, Aireontae Ersery. Left guard is going to, or right guard is going to, right tackle, Ursery. Right guard, Howard. Center, Jared Patterson. Left guard is going to be Laken Tomlinson. Left tackle, probably be Cam Robinson. And I think Cam Robinson definitely needs to be there at this point in time, because he's the better player. He's got to be there, and I just can't wait for football season. But honestly, I think the biggest thing to take away right now is, what is the offense going to look like? Yes, the O-line needs to hold up, but if it's a middle of the pack, even 20th, I'm not worried, because the biggest thing last year was the offensive drop. You went from top 10 offense, C.J. Stroud's rookie year, to now a top 20 offense with Bobby Slowick, and he long developing plays. The O-line collapsed. The receivers weren't healthy. There was a lot that went wrong last year, don't get me wrong. However, now what are we going to do with the O-line? I mean, honestly, there's a whole bunch of different schemes that's going to look up to par. But the fact is, you can have a 23rd offensive line ranking. As long as they can block for 4 to 5 seconds, it's enough for Stroud to get rid of the ball. And I think the way, and that'll be the next video, but the way that this team can control the clock and figure out some schemes, some jets, whatever it's going to look like, that's what you have to look forward to. And again, a 23rd ranked offensive line, as long as it's not second or dead last and you're allowing 6-7 sacks a game, if you can at least hold up for 5 seconds, that is enough time for Stroud to get rid of the ball. I am so pumped for Ursery to get in there. Again, let me know your thoughts. Kind of rambled on a little longer, but appreciate you guys watching. Love and support. Always much appreciated. And again, of course, hit that sub button if you're new. But this has been Mike Zanetti, Texans Digest. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video.